Watch your channel. Put it in the glitter chat. I really do hope you enjoy. Hi guys, it's Beige. Today I created this gold lip and dark brown smoky eyes for you. This is a perfect look for New Year's Eve. I hope you will enjoy watching it. I'm going to start with the eyes and I'm using eye primer first. I'm gonna put it on the lower lash line as well. That's just a very thin layer, and it's always best to add a very thin layer and just let it set for a little bit as well on the eyes. So I'm going to pick up this eyeshadow first, and I added this shadow in the bristles of a blending brush, and I'm just going to add it to the eye, all over the lid and in the crease. So even though the smoky eyes is going to be really dark, I'm not actually picking up a lot of the eyeshadow. I'm just really taking the shadow and putting it in between the bristles. Just so the eyeshadow, when I apply it, it's still very soft everywhere. And it really gives that smoky effect. See, it's not a lot of eyeshadow and you can always build up, but last thing you want to do is put the eyeshadow down and have really harsh line here that you keep blending for hours and you just can't get it. So that's the first eyeshadow down, and you can always layer on more and more and more until you're absolutely happy with what you have. Now I'm taking this eyeshadow and I chose a brush with a tapered tip to it because now I can add it to the outer corner and make sure I blend at the same time. I'm also going to add it below on the bottom lash line. I'm actually going to add it to this corner as well. See, that instantly gives you intensity on the outer corner. And with smoky eyes you need to blend a lot. It all needs to be very, very soft. You cannot have any harsh lines. It will just look better if everything is really, really soft. If your eyes are hooded, you really need to make sure that you can see that eyeshadow once you open your eyes. Now I'm just going to take a big blending brush and just make sure there is no harsh lines anywhere around. So further blend everything. Next I'm going to take a kohl eyeliner pencil. Now you need one that's not going to set straight away. So you need to just add that liner very messily into the lash line. The more perfect this is, the longer it's going to take you to blend. So rather than maybe drawing a straight perfect line, just add like a series of dots. That always works best for me. Also, I'm going into the corner quite a lot as well because I want really dark inner corner too. Now I'm going to take a pencil brush and I took that dark eyeshadow that we used on the outer corner and I'm just going to blend that liner. So this also you might need to blend for quite a while to get the effect you want, but it's worth it. So don't be scared to add more liner, keep blending, keep adding liner, keep adding shadow. And the same underneath, I'm just going to add a few dots here and there and then take my pencil brush. I'm just going to blend that liner until it does what I want, really. And with the bottom lash line, the most important is to add the black liner in between the lashes because we're also going to be putting it in the waterline. So once you put it in the waterline, you don't want to have any of those gaps in between, so you just want to add the liner in between your lashes. I'm also going to add this liner in the tear duct and in the tight line. So now is the time to decide if you want to keep your eyes this shape. So what you can do is you can either add shadow here to make it very almond shaped and make it very sexy, smoky, cat eye. You can add more shadow, more of that first shadow around the eyes if you want your eyes to be bigger. I think I'm just going to leave it like that for now, and if I decide later on that I want to change the shape or accentuate something, you can always do that after your foundation is on and after the rest of your makeup is on. Now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply mascara, and something that I always preach with smoky eyes is that you don't need false lashes. You really don't. Smoky eyes looks the best if your eyelashes are just curled to the maximum with the ton of mascara on, and that just looks the best. But since this is a New Year's Eve look, I have to put a lash on. I feel like you cannot have a New Year's Eve without a full-on beautiful fluffy lash on. So I'm going to add a lot of mascara on the bottom, just like I would add on a normal smoky eyes. But then on the top, I'm just going to apply a thin layer just to hold the lash in place. Okay, so I chose Ardell Wispies for the lashes, and as you can see, it just brings the whole look together. It looks so beautiful on the eye. It's like a very rounded shape, so it really goes with the shape that I've chosen for my smoky eyes. If you would like to add some more shadow to the corners, I would recommend to use the Demi Wispy, because that has longer outer corners and it will just accentuate it beautifully. And also, if you would like to know how to apply false lashes professionally, I do have a very in-depth video on that, and you can go and check it out. I will link it for you in the eye, and I'm going to use that take even though I only have one eyelash on and I look crazy. Right now I'm just going to use a cotton round to pick up the fallout. I'm going to be using a very matte foundation and a pore filling primer. So if your skin is very dry, just reapply your moisturizer as well now. So I'm using a pore filling primer. I'm just going to add this on the nose and the forehead and the chin, wherever there's large pores. And remember to smooth and not rub in. So I'm using very light touch for this to create an even surface. I'm going to use foundation, and this is very full coverage. And I'm going to apply with a sponge. And I want a very full coverage for New Year's Eve, because you will be photographed a lot as well, and everybody just wants to look their best. So this is very full coverage. Make sure to bring your foundation down to your neck, not to have discoloration. You should add it on your ear, in the hairline, really work it in. Really make sure that people can't tell that you've cheated in nature and this is not your face color. I'm going to use a concealer to pinpoint conceal some areas. And this should be the same color as your foundation. And now I'm using the same concealer under the eyes. Just make sure to go into that corner also. Now if you need something to brighten a lot under your eyes, then you can use a lighter concealer. Something maybe light reflective, but just make sure that you use it very sparingly, because otherwise in photos your makeup will just look crazy. Your under eyes will be white. You don't want to be exposed as someone not from this planet yet. You want to wait. Don't scare people. So I'm just blending out this concealer as well, because if you're using a flat brush like this, it's very easy to leave a harsh line there, and it will destroy the blending that you've done on the eyeshadow. So just take another brush, make sure it's blended very nicely. And as a quick PSA, I just want to thank everyone who's watching and who subscribed. It really means a lot to me. It took me a very long time to get here, and I just want to let you guys know that I really appreciate that you're watching. So some of you might have seen my Christmas makeup video, the golden red lip one, and in there I am going insane over glitter, and since then I said to myself I need a break from glitter and I cannot use it again for a really long time. But since it's a holiday season and apparently I am insane, I am going to do it, and I'm going to add it to the lip this time. So I'm using a gold liner. This is an eyeliner. I'm going to use it on the lips. So I'm just going to fill my lips with the gold. You can add foundation to your lips first as well if your lips are dark. Just a quick note also, this is quite a deep shade of gold, but if your skin tone doesn't suit that, feel free to use a lighter gold, or if your skin is darker, use a very deep gold just to get that definition in the lips. Also, you may use a darker pencil, like a brown pencil, to outline as well, just to make sure that you really have a definition in your lips. So I'm just going to use a darker pencil and just use it on the outside. And today I'm using this, so I'm just taking it on my finger. You can just use a flat brush just to make sure that all the glitter particles are laying flat. And also I'm taking a couple of these particles and I'm going to use it under my brow, just as a little highlight. Okay, this wasn't so bad, I'm still breathing. It's fine. Let's just close the pot. And you might ask, how do you eat with this lip on? And the answer is, you don't. Actually, don't do this to yourself. Now I'm going to use a stick foundation. And this I'm going to use as a contour. I'm also going to take a bit of this contour and just contour my nose. Just make sure the middle of your nose and the sides are still a light shade. I'm going to add a bit of Nars Laguna just to add some warmth to the face. I'm gonna use the pomade for the eyebrows, and since there's so much going on with the rest of the makeup, I'm just going to add a couple of hairs to my eyebrows. And some glitter is within my eyebrows now, but that's okay. And to finish off, I'm going to pick up this highlight and I'm adding it to my cheek. So just choose something that has a gold undertone, but it's not full on gold. And that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. Please go over to my channel and have a look. I have a lot of other makeup tutorials and I hope you can find something that you like there. I will see you in 2021.